7 entrants. That is incredible. I'm really excited to see where this goes. But joining me on comms tonight is you've all been waiting for this. Kuiper Don't Care. Welcome. Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Oh, it's me.
No,
it's me. I'm here.
Okay, he's in.
I'm here. I was muted.
Okay.
I'm here.
Right,
I was muted. God, can you imagine? That would have been such a good swerve. That would have been so good.
Just leave me as I'm about to watch this and cast this. Come on, man.
That would have been very funny. Yeah, I don't know if anybody other than Tudos has been waiting for this. But yeah, hi. Hello, everybody. I am my first time casting. Actually, this is I don't know if I've mentioned this to Tudos, but so I used to do a lot of this back when I was doing a lot of OOT rando like 6-7 years ago, and I have not done comms for like 5 years. And finally, the DK64 community opened up their doors for commentary, and then I had to bribe a lot of people, and then it took more bribery. I'm kidding, of course. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the only reason us two are here though is because me and him aren't good enough to play in this Blitz qualifier. So we're gonna commentate.
I sure as heck am not.
We have Eternal versus Sowser tonight. These are both high-ranking players here. They should put on a good show. Let's switch over to the main cast here, and boom. We have our starting Kongs, DK and Lanky, and then we also have kind of a release field. We're starting with Vines, we're starting with Gorilla Grab, and finally with Feather. What do you think of this start, Kuiper?
Well, of course, these are two, these moves are great for the two Kongs we have, totally. We're totally going to get a lot of utility out of these things to start off. No, I think, in all honesty, I think any DK player will tell you that starting with Donkey is great, even if you don't have any of his moves. It's just going to make that kind of early game start where you're going through levels for the first time. You don't have any of the banana warps that you can quickly jump around to different sections of the levels to. It's going to make a lot of that easier. And obviously, vine swinging, kind of just an annoying move that can have a lot of different niche circumstances for it. I always prefer starting with vine swinging just so I really don't have to think about it too much. And then, yeah, Gorilla Grab is a move that Donkey can use for things. Maybe. And then Featherbow, we're looking for a tiny before we really get the utility on that. But we are off and we're ready to go. At least on my end, I can see them that they're moving around. I don't know if the restream can see it yet, but
yeah, we're going. Nothing terribly exciting here. Usually the starts are like go to Fairy Isles, check these 2 checks, and then rush to level 1 to check out what you have. And we have here Galleon.
I had to yell it. I'm sorry. I see a Pearl. I got to yell Pearl. Gloomy Galleon for level 1. Interesting level 1 to get, especially because we don't have diving yet, so we're not going to be able to do too many things here. And we're going to get to see what this hint says.
Storage
for 5. Yeah, that looks like storage in arcade for 5. So definitely at the very start. Oh, Eternal actually electing to not go into Galleon and instead going to get the level 3 info first. That's Factory. That I will say that is a much better level to go into early. And I think that said Fairy Camera. That was Fairy Camera for Key 4 and Chunky, I believe, actually. So
yes, you think you caught that correctly. But
so that's our second hint.
Very interesting to just immediately run into Galleon, especially if you don't have diving. People haven't viewed it as a very strong level, but you do have vine swings, and Sowser is going to be able to at least check the Kasplat up here and get this hint.
Yeah, I actually, if it was me, real quick, Diddy Kasplat and Factory was what that said. If it was me personally, I definitely prefer the Factory early play over the Galleon early play. We're going to get a micro hint for Cranky. He's in Isles.
Wow,
and yeah, I definitely agree. Huh? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he's double checking that hint, I think. Eternal was there. But yeah, I definitely think this is the better choice at the start. Foolish Treasure Room. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That basically means that Treasure Room could just be packed with gold bananas and blueprints. So we'll see if our runners decide to do that. Also a vial behind the chunky gate there. And we'll see what the Kasplat here has. That's an interesting spawn. So, Tudos, of all of the changes for Season 4 that you guys have implemented, do you think Dose Doors has had the biggest, I guess, meta change as far as like all of the other changes you guys employed?
It's kind of hard to, it's probably a tie between that and just CLO. A lot of the Seasons runners only would play Season and thus weren't used to CLO. They were familiar with like the more familiar SLO, which is things are kind of given to you in a more like set order. But here things can just be anywhere and everywhere. So you really need to open your mind up and like think like where you could possibly go next.
Open your mind up. I think so far we've also seen 2 shops with potions that we could not buy. One, I think, was in Galleon. It was Cranky Chunky. There was another one there that we just saw, Candy Tiny, here in Factory. And I will say the Gorilla Grab move, starting with that move, is interesting, specifically for this level that we are in right now. If you're not used to Season 4, maybe you haven't seen it before, you'll notice that that platform on the left is not moving. We actually need to turn on the production room in these settings, which is not, I would say, like, and maybe you could shed light on that too. I don't think that's entirely common prior to Season 4. I think most settings kind of just had production room on from the start. So once we find Coconut, we're going to get access to a lot of more checks. And in reality, even beyond like just the checks in production room, there are so many small colored bananas up in the top part of production. So you really kind of want to prioritize turning production room on as soon as possible when you can.
Oh boy, everyone's favorite cop.
Yo, this is my boy. This guy is a legend, and I don't think he's ever not fat. Okay, well, definitely Eternal got a much better pattern there from Sowser. Little bit better luck there on where he was positioning himself. So I will also say neither runner.
1357.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, 1357, and then I think I saw Diddy, Donkey, and something else. I didn't quite catch the end of it. Free Kongs. Okay, cool. But yeah, that cop there is he's great. He's definitely one of the best located cops. That's just a banana medal up there.
Diddy Chunky, not Diddy Donkey. Close enough.
Oh, was it Diddy Chunky? Okay, thank you. God, they're so fast. They're clicking through the hints so quickly. I'm assuming what Sowser is going to do is just check the hints again, probably like in the pause menu or something like that, because he read that hint and then just immediately closed it. So
I think the most important part is that you saw testing, right? Like, you know you have to do something here. Yeah, he wasn't good. He likely wasn't going to do this number game, or probably he was. Like, it'd be weird to skip this early, but hopefully chat can count, because I can't.
You know, Tudos, you'd be surprised. There might be somebody in this call that likes to skip this check a lot. I won't say who, but, you know, there might be somebody here or there that doesn't like to do this check. It's never punished me, though. It actually has never, ever punished me in any capacity.
And if you did this, it wouldn't have punished you either.
Right. Well, there you go. All right. I almost spoke that coconut gun into existence. So, yeah, we're going to go probably turn on the production room here. So that's a really early Sphere 0 coconut gun, which is one of the strongest moves in the game. So very nice to find early on.
That will also open up the Galleon area with the lighthouse. So, like, they have a lot of access now in terms of getting to places that they can reach early.
Donkey is locked by Donkey and Aztec, was what that said. So we know the location of 2 of our Kongs. In fact, I'm pretty sure, unless Diddy is right here, that means that coconut gun's also going to get us Diddy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they've killed the other Kasplats, so that almost confirms that at least coconut gun is going to be pretty much locked in for that testing on Path to Kongs. So.
Yep, so we're gonna have that Kasplat on top of the, I guess the production room that will get us what we need for Diddy Kong.
I will say, I was gonna bring that up before we read that hint. Neither of our runners have custom colors on the golden bananas. They both just rock the vanilla golden bananas.
But look how
what's your go?
is.
What is your? Oh, is he? I think they both look gold, right? Are they both using just the vanilla? What is your go-to custom golden banana color, Tudos?
Oh, you're talking about banana. But yeah,
I'm talking about the golden banana.
I was talking about DK himself.
Oh.
I personally just do random.
You do random. Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair. I don't have a favorite. Anybody that in the chat right now that says I have a favorite and I use the same color every time, they're lying. Don't listen to them. They don't know me. They don't know what I'm about.
Yeah, no one ever watches you, so it's okay.
Right, yeah. No one, no.
Oh, we never marked the shopkeepers on the tracker. Sorry, guys. Cranky is the missing shopkeeper. He is in DKIs.
Correct. Yes. Get to see. I think it would be kind of interesting. So that cutscene that plays when the production room turns on, it's funny because you don't get any info from the cutscene. Like, you don't get to like peek any of the checks up there. It's just like, yep, it's on now. You have no idea what anything is now because you got to hit the switches to spawn the barrels. So it's interesting. So I believe both of our runners did get a ding. So if we want to check this factory boss, we could. I don't know if either of them are going to elect to do that. I think there is a boss door.
Oh, there's a key.
The factory. Was there a key?
No,
Where?
there's a key here.
Oh, there is a key on Sowser's. Yeah. It hadn't advanced to that point. Ooh, so that is key 5. Okay, so we had a hint earlier for key 5.
Yeah,
for storage arcade.
So that's probably just Strong Kong.
Yeah, Strong Kong on the gate, locked by punch potentially. But no, I don't think that would be it because then that would, well, it could be. We'll see.
But yeah, I don't think we're worried about that posted in the shop anymore at this point, unless someone really is like wanting to dig deep for something. But I think we're going to have Diddy by the end. Well, no, I'm pretty sure we are having Diddy by the end of this. And then we're probably just leaving and figuring out where to go next. Because, like, we can go to 2 additional levels now and see what they are. Or you could just go back to Galleon. Granted, you don't have diving, but you do have access to Lighthouse Area and Kevin, everyone's favorite Kasplat.
Oh, hey, I wonder if there are settings named after that guy. I wonder. We're actually going to get another hint
to key 5. What the heck?
Oh. Okay, so Vines locks. Oh, it's going to be a Vines. Okay, so is it going to be a Vines mini game on the barrel that we saw that had the move? That has to be what it is, right?
Yeah. So it's not the shop. It's got to be Vines was in that barrel that we saw earlier. So Primate Punch is probably on the shop.
Okay, yeah, you're right. See if he landed right on top of the guy that blew him up. That was really funny. Go back up, maybe check this Diddy. I think to see how.
I think it's early.
I think I would go back up. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good play to go back up there and grab this GB. You only have. On Sowser's end, I don't know if he's auto-tracking on his side. Okay. So normally when that happens, to me, I play a sound. I don't know if Tudos wants me to play the sound, but when that normally happens to me, I play a little funny sound. But I won't do it to Sowser unless Tudos says I can.
You know what? Sowser knew what he signed up for. Play the sound.
All right. You know what? All right, Sowser, I apologize. Oh no, I'm not. You can't hear it. Hold on. I gotta do this thing real quick.
Uh-oh.
Then you'll be able to hear it. Where is the? Hold on a second.
Castle is 6.
Oh, it won't let me. Oh, I can't use the. Well, okay. Well, I can't play the fall down sound because I don't have access to do that in this channel. In this, but it's okay. In this server, I should say. That's okay. It's fine. And just imagine that Johnny Cash told. Just imagine Johnny Cash told Sowser that he fell down.
Dang.
I can't play it in this server.
Denied, I guess.
Denied.
I don't think that's an easy fix for me to do, so I guess we'll have to, we'll hold that off for another time. But anyway.
You're good. All right, let's see.
That's implying there will be another time, of course, because maybe you'll do something that'll get you banned at some point during this.
You know what? That is honestly, it's pretty likely that would happen in the meantime. Foolish 5-door ship. I don't know if I'm fairly certain that we saw that on Sowser's end. So, but yeah, Foolish 5-door ship. We got more GBs here. We are
in level on top of the lobby of Castle Lobby. I think I
saw. Oh, is there? Okay, so we're in a potential trophy jump situation with Diddy. Neither of them chose to go for it, so
it's possible it was like a pearl. They went too fast.
Oh, okay. I definitely was scrambling to try to get the sound to play, and then I didn't catch what it is. So did they both? So they've both marked, at least Eternal has. Eternal marked caves as level 7. I'm assuming he peaked lobby 7 before coming over here to level 6 castle.
Yes,
and just saw that it was caves and then bailed immediately.
But in the middle of shenanigans, I did not see how much gold bananas it was, so I guess we'll never know.
Okay. It's fine. Well, we'll never know. We don't need to know. Also, this Kasplat is a massive jerk. And if you land on top of him like that, he can very easily just like immediately shockwave and knock you off. That guy is a jerk.
Yeah, I usually like to have my instrument and fall down from above while playing the instrument. I feel like that's been the way to go. Gorilla Gone is needed for K Rule. Very good.
Very okay. That's just pretty free move there.
It's Bongo Blast.
$1 Bob. I can't play that one either. No.
And it's Foolish
Bongos
Trough and Scoff.
We don't know. Do we know the Helm order yet?
No one checked. And Kuiper, apparently you should recheck your Discord permissions.
Apparently I should recheck my Discord permissions. Let's see. Do I have to leave the server and come back? I can't play.
No idea.
No idea. All right, we're gonna try it. No, it didn't work. All right. I may have to leave the call and come back. It's okay though.
All right. Well, continuing on here.
Didn't
see anything terribly exciting, I guess. And go ahead and scroll up. Now, always the funnest part about Castle is climbing up and collecting bananas with all your Kongs. Such good fun.
Yeah. All right, so we have... I'm looking to see if there's any other info. So they did get a Caves Igloo for 3 hints. I'm not sure which one of them saw it, but one of them did.
Yeah, there's also a Japes Force lobbies as well.
Okay, yeah, that was for 4. Okay. We're back down here. Spending a lot of time in Castle. I will say, Castle's definitely one of those levels that you can spend a lot of time in Castle. That was Factory Tiny Car Race is Way of the Horde. You could spend a lot of time in Castle and not get anything. And when you leave, you're kind of like, wow, I spent a lot of time in that level and did not get a lot out of it. So staying put in this level. Now, obviously, we're getting Gorilla Gone out of it. So I think both runners would agree that this was a good play. I don't think it's going to be like something that they look back on like, oh, I spent too much time here. But no, it should be, should be brought up that like Castle could take up a lot of time kind of getting up and down and How you choose to route the shopkeepers is always super interesting. I like to see the difference in routing as far as like which one do you go to first. And I think both of our runners have done it in almost like an opposite order, which is pretty neat. So
yeah, and something else interesting that has been brought up on our commentary here is that Troffenscoff is actually dead.
It is. That is pretty neat. We're big fans of that.
Galleon Lighthouse is just Diddy phase and only Diddy phase. So that's interesting.
Let's see. Do we know definitively what our K rule is yet? Do we have enough? I know we have Diddy. I know we have Chunky.
And that's it.
I don't
got anyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we have another one. Yeah.
I think Sowser is going to be looking to potentially do the mine cart here. Because you do have access, and Coconut's on a path to a lot of things. So, like, this is not something you want to miss out on, really.
It's checking to see if it's an item is relatively fast, because obviously you get told at the very beginning. It's doing the check itself, which is the time-consuming thing. So it's nice that you can just kind of jump down here. You could potentially route in your final 15 DK bananas doing it this way. But that's kind of one of those things where you're climbing up castle anyway, and there's so many freestanding ones that usually by the time you get down here, it's oh, we're having some trouble with the teeth. Okay, there we go.
You may want to refresh Sowser's stream because I think you're a little behind me, but
oh, I might be behind you. Okay, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, the gorilla grab puzzle itself can be kind of time consuming just because of the animation.
I was behind.
There we go. He just pulled lever 3, and he is going in. He got hit by the thing again.
Dude, the claptraps are jerks, man.
All right, well, hopefully we're lined up. Nothing in here, though. Still useful to push that coconut check.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad play at all. That's one of the best moves in the game, and it's on the path to a lot of things. I feel like any check that you can potentially think of that is locked by that move, I think you should probably be doing it.
All right, now where are we going, Sowser?
All right.
Eternal's making the same play here again. Like, Coconut locks so much stuff, it's worth it to check this. Like, you have so many keys missing still.
Sowser grabbing this lanky sprint cage GB out of logic. We saw Eternal do this like right at the very beginning to get his second GB to actually dip factory first. So Eternal has not gone into Galleon at all yet. That's really the only thing Sowser has on Eternal. I feel like they've kind of, overlapped on each other a couple times here and there, especially because, factory is such a good level to get early on. I think both of them were pretty okay with full clearing that as much as they could. I did not see what was in that grape cage.
Just a GB.
Okay. That was so fast. All right, can I play the sound now? No, I cannot.
Dang, no sound. Oh, the big sad as Sowser finds out he's one GB short.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so I guess back into factory we go. Or I guess he's going to search around for hopefully to get another GB. Meanwhile, Eternal is now going to go to Galleon. So he did get bailed out by GB here, so we could see Sowser just return and go to caves. Not 100% sure what he's going to do yet, and it is in fact a caves visit. So we have our first real big divergence here. Nice shot by Eternal there.
That's a really good shot. He bent it around the Kasha.
All right, in we go. 22 minutes in roughly. We've got about 12 GBs. That's not too bad pace for Season 4 settings here.
Not too bad. Yeah, we knew that. DK64 Factory. Looking at blueprints and GB, Sowser still has a little bit of a lead. Of course, we're getting that second peek at that chunky move here in that cranky shop. We double are locked out of that. We don't have chunky and we don't have cranky.
How about this cranky? What do you got?
Cranky looks like it's...
It looks like we have mistake entrance number 1 by Sowser because he didn't even bother seeing where that was, so that was clearly a mistake.
He was like, oh, I already know this info, time to leave.
Oh, there's a key. It's on the igloo. That's probably key 3.
Oh, yeah, probably. So we have a key in the igloo, okay.
So that's going to be locked by Hunky Chunky, and it's going to be locked by Barrel Throw, but lots... You only need barrel throw if you take the smaller boulder to the large boulder spot. Meanwhile, the giant mushroom Kasplat in forest on the inside is Way of the Horde. All right, so we know our key 3 location, so that's going to be nice. But it doesn't look like we have too much direction at the moment here. We are potentially getting some kind of Diddy move in the lighthouse, presuming it is accessible at the moment. But without diving, you really only have this and Kevin. And DK's metal, I guess.
We have not... I was going to say, yeah, that's really the only other thing you have here. We see a move up there that might be diving.
Ooh,
Shockwave.
That's a big one. That's a big one. Maybe it's only for Diddy phase, but it's still a big one. Oh, I know there's another one.
Shockwave into the vial at the bottom.
Okay, well, that is different.
That's a pretty sick back-to-back. That's pretty cool. Nice
Castle
rainbow
Shops,
coins.
Path to 8. We got bongos from that. I believe we just saw what Snides had, but I missed it. I was too busy, too hyped about the other 2 vials that we saw on the other screen.
Don't think we've seen much here in caves either, other than that key, which, I mean, Eternal also knows that key 3 is in the igloo area, so he's not in a big rush to go over there. 2 more GBs that he can get here, though, so he's going to be actually catching up a little more to what Sowser has. I don't think Funky, let's see, does Funky have anything? I don't think so. That barrel was nothing. Yeah, Cave's kind of coming up a little dry for Sowser, that is, unless he gets something on one of these bongos checks.
I don't think I agree with this because I don't think there was a Castle Shops who's had the key and we only got bongos, so I'm not sure if this is the best use of time, but then again, I don't think we know for sure that definitively that this is dead.
You could always have one of those situations where bongos is, yes, a instrument you need for Helm, but it also locks another one of your instruments. You could always have a situation like that, so.
Ooh, we got a candy potion. What do we got? Bee Blast. All right.
Okay, cool. So to note, if you know, Tudos can agree with me or disagree with me, he wants to, but given the fact that we don't have any other K rule phase hints, you could potentially, just because of how kind of not free, but kind of how along the way those 2 moves where we start with climbing and getting, you know, Baboon Blast was as simple as walking into caves. I think if it was me, a part of me would maybe be thinking, okay, there's a chance that DK is just going to be the 3rd phase and I'm already good there. Because so far I haven't had any other hints. I don't have a tiny phase hint, lanky phase hint. We start with climbing and I just got Blast for effectively free. So I wonder if Sowser might be thinking that as well. At least that's what I would be thinking.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Cremile is key 4 and chunky phase.
Don't believe we found anything in Cremile. I don't think so.
No. Aztec Shops key 3. So in theory, we'll get one of barrel throw. No, we should get barrel throw from an Aztec Shop because there's no other moves that could be. Or at least a move that will lead to barrel throw. Oh, there's a potion here. Now, there's a really cool new trick that you can do to skip this game and get, but,
oh, he's going for it. Oh, can't quite stay on that windowsill as Diddy.
Oh. I'm rooting for Sowser, but this is a tough one.
I'll be honest, I have never seen this done before. This is interesting.
Oh,
can he get up there?
Let's go. It's diving.
Oh, that is huge. Okay. Now, it did take him some time to get that, but I still think that he probably net saved time over just doing the intended way to do that room. So definitely think there was some time saved there.
Yeah, that's a long minigame.
Yeah, it's a very long minigame. All right, we now have Eternal here in caves, but Eternal is coming in here with peanut guns or peanut pop guns, so not going to be able to get Diddy's medal with that. However, he's going to be able to at least get a little closer to it in case in some wild scenario we're back here, you know, looking for some sort of go mode move on Diddy's medal. He is going to have a little bit of a head start on that if he chooses to go for it. He didn't even bother looking to shoot that Diddy balloon over there, so maybe he's not really prioritizing that.
So I didn't get a good look on what the Helm lobby entrance move is, and it's not Baboon Blast because the pad wasn't activated. Meanwhile, we have an Aztec sighting here in the Kasplappy on DK's barn.
Oh, so 2 forest Kasplats are required. We got 2 separate forest Kasplats being required.
Anyone catch how much Aztec was?
It was definitely, I think it was in the 20s. I think I saw a 2.
Well, yeah, I'm
also
Tudos. That's in my name.
I was gonna say, hey Tudos, guess what?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's here.
I fell down.
It's like 20 minutes late, but the permissions had to make sure they really wanted me to get those permissions, but we got it.
All right, maybe we'll get another like shop going here, or maybe someone will fall.
Yeah, if any of these runners want to just like go in a shop real quick and see if anything just happens to cost $1. Congrats on getting the VOD muted. I've never once got one of my VODs muted.
I think that was too short for that to get muted, so it's fine.
I'll fully admit, I definitely looked up how long it could be before you could get something muted, and I was like, oh, cool, I can cut it to that short. It's fine. Totally fine. All right, so we got Sowser going to be picking up this double vial here, Shockwave, directly into peanut pop guns. And we still don't have any info on Tiny. Sarah is in shambles. We have no idea where
we have 3 additional hints, I believe, we can get now that we actually have diving.
Right.
Eternal did not have diving when he was in here initially.
Oh yeah, that's actually I think one of the first, you know, you and I kind of, I don't want to say we criticized it, but Sowser going to caves first, you know, we were kind of like, oh, I don't really know if this is the best decision to make, but then getting that diving out of it all of a sudden makes Sowser's routing make so much more sense, because now, like you said, he can go get some more hints now. You can clear out a lot more stuff here in Galleon with that diving ability, and we're actually going to get to see 2 more hints, one of them, of course, being in the pits, and then the other one being locked behind the on-guard door. I don't think we've seen the boss door of Galleon yet, so good chance that these are going to be 2 hints. So we'll see. Just a melon on that one. And I will point out that Eternal did take a GB lead in that first.
So 5-door temple is 1 potion, but it was also hinted dead, so I don't think we're going to be going there.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's always really interesting. I feel like that so rarely happens, is when you get a foolish hint and then a vile hint for the same location. I feel like that's so rare.
That was cave shops on the path to something, I believe.
DK and Kongs. So yeah, my assumption was correct. So yeah, it just confirms that, yep, we're DK phase, and yep, you don't got to worry about the other 2 Kong phases. So look at me actually knowing stuff and things. Who's proud of me? Type 1 if you're proud of me. No one's gonna type 1. Anyway.
And type 2 if you're a Tudos fan. It has nothing to do with what he said, but I don't care.
I'm typing 2. I'm a Tudos fan.
Yes,
I'm typing 2. God, look at all those 2s, man. It's a trap. He's not reading chat. I just read your message, LaRock. He didn't realize that I had chat open.
All right, we're seeing some new territory here. I don't believe Eternal looked at this area, but we're going to get 2 checks peeked at, get a golden banana out of it.
Mm-hmm. Another thing worth noting is getting that Baboon Blast hint also means that we have a much better idea of where Chunky could potentially be in Aztec, just because, of course, we got Baboon Blast out of this shop, and Chunky is locked by DK in Aztec, so very little chance that, you know, he's going to be on the Kasplat behind the door. He's not going to be on the metal, potentially, and he's definitely not going to be in the 5-door temple, so definitely limited the options for where Chunky was going to be. So that's a really good hint to get.
Yelling DK Lighthouse way of the Horde, as we know, that is Shockwave.
Thank you, game. Would you? I was gonna say, Tudos, just in your opinion, do you think getting a Shockwave hint at that point is like a little annoying, just because you're like, yes, game, I know that I need that because I need peanuts, right? Would you rather almost not have the Shockwave hinted at all?
It's kind of hard to say, because I feel like sometimes Shockwave kind of gets lost in the mix if it's not hinted at all, and then it gets really annoying at that point. So I guess it really depends on like the seed composition. It just depends.
Right. Makes sense.
Oh, we got a $1 Bob.
Oh, did we have a $1 Bob? Oh, here we go.
$1 Bob. $1 it is.
There we go. You're welcome. So yeah, now both of our runners having diving. Are we literally tied up across the board? I think we are.
I think everyone has each other's moves, so
yeah.
The golden banana counts with standing, yeah.
Yeah, golden banana count is 22. So I think Eternal has one more blueprint than Sowser does, but yeah, we are completely locked up. Now, right there, Eternal getting the 23rd GB, so that's the only advantage that we have here. Eternal does have Blast, yes.
Yeah, it just got
Eternal just got Blast a little bit ago. Yep, just a little bit ago.
All right, into Aztec we go, and we have just enough. Eternal is going to advance the seed.
There you go. Wow, that was a good number for you.
Ooh, meanwhile, Sowser is not having a good time with the Slight House.
Oh no. I wonder if you do you bail off of that? I'm trying to think what Sowser's thinking here is that, okay, so Blast would be path to Kongs. So maybe Sowser's assuming that this is either like something for Tiny, or because again, like we talked about earlier, getting there it is. The Kong is the llama. We know where Chunky is. We know where Chunky is.
I definitely don't blame Sowser for doing this check, though. This is like, as long as you do that quickly, this is like 2 checks in one.
Yes. No, I definitely agree. I'm thinking like, what is the thought process behind Sowser doing it? I would imagine it's probably like, okay, maybe this is like, you know, something for Tiny. Maybe this is, you know, maybe it won't be super easy to get Chunky and Aztec. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Ooh, Vile on the stone door, Kasplat.
Oh, everyone's favorite vial to get.
Yo, let's go. We're hype. Everyone's favorite move.
Dude, chat is popping off because we found a Rang stand.
Yay! I'm popping off. I don't know about you. I do quickly, just as we're going through Aztec here, I just do quickly want to just remind everybody, there are 43 people in this race. And on top of that, we have, I think, 14 people who have asynced to this race. This is, I can't recall being a part of a race this big. This is like kind of uncharted territory potentially for some of these DK runners, having this many people all racing at the same time. So.
Oh, we've gotten confirmation. This is the largest race lobby we've ever had. Our previous lobby was 55, so that's awesome. Pretty sweet.
That's awesome. You're welcome. It's because I was on call. I'm kidding. I have nothing to do with this.
But what else was pretty sweet is that Eternal just popped those 2 DK balloons with the last of his ammo. He's literally at 0 right now.
That's pretty sick. I'm impressed. Gonna have to take a trip into Funky to get that ammo refilled. That is definitely something, you know, I mean, I think Tudos, you can probably attest to this as well when people are kind of asking me, you know, when you want to get started in this rando and try it out for the first time. I think it's an understatement to say, like, running out of ammo in certain seeds, like, it happens a lot, especially when you're like getting used to this rando and like maybe trying it out for the first time. Running out of ammo is something that like, oh, like this is tough. Like I actually need to like pay attention to what my ammo count is, because you know, if Eternal had shot those coconuts and missed a whole bunch, well now all of a sudden he's like, okay, well that's 10, you know, 10 smalls that I'm just not gonna get. So,
and like it adds up progressively the longer you go without ammo.
Right, exactly. 30. How did they get so much money already? He's got $35 with Donkey.
There's been a ton of rainbow coins in play, I think.
Oh my gosh. I think they both have found what, 3? Yeah, they both have found 3. Tiny, Chunky, and Isles. Okay, so we know where Tiny is. Tiny, Chunky, and Isles. Where would that even? There's like 2 spots where she could be. Barrels. Okay. We are halfway to that key 3. It can't be pound the X. You need Tiny to do that check.
Horsehair Beanstalk is free Kongs and only free Kongs.
Oh.
Chat's gonna be excited though because now the beam is in play.
Alert. Alert, potential bean in play. Alert. Yeah, so I think the only things I could think of would be, yeah, it would be the pineapple cage, or it would have to be the triangle pad would be the only 2 places she could be, or the Helm lobby bonus. Sure.
Let's just get that into existence right now. May as well, you know.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would enjoy that.
Sowser with the little bit of a frustration shooting at that switch. DK64
hey man,
moment, you know.
Sometimes you just got to take out your frustration, you know. I think he's also going to be a little frustrated when he sees what this lanky move is. Well, nice. I like the backflip strat there, just to kind of get yourself a little more room there. All right, both of our runners now have Chunky Kong.
The cool part about counting these races for me is that you get to see a bunch of different strats that like you didn't know existed. Even for me, who's played this game for over a decade.
Right. I definitely selfishly was like, man, I'm gonna actually get to learn so many cool things watching, you know, all these runners do all this really cool stuff. Like I said, that strat that we saw in caves with the backflip strat, I had never seen that before. It looked really toxic, but it looked cool.
It's not horrible. It's easier with Tiny. It's not horrible.
Right.
Diddy is kind of mean though.
It's interesting that it's easier with Tiny, even though they both technically jump the same height. That's fascinating. All right, checking this fairy. That's just a GB. Okay. Nice whiff on the camera. This game's super fair with the camera.
I was gonna say I'm not surprised Sowser's checking anything coconut lock this point. There's still so many places where keys 1,
for sure, yeah.
7 and rocket barrel can still be. So
now we do know I do real quick. I'm just gonna consult the thing before I say something potentially stupid. We know that 5-Door Temple has a potion, so
it ain't here.
Good. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not here. It's not this one. He can check Diddy's still. Now, I don't know, given the hints and where Peanuts were, I don't think that this can be anything unless it's going to lead us directly to Rocket Barrel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right, but we just had a high 5, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We're going to have another one, too.
Yeah, we're gonna say we'll have to. What was it, like at 42:30, something like that? They had a high 5, and then we'll mark when the next one is. We'll tell the runners like, oh yeah, you high 5'd twice in Aztec within like 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah, they just
listen.
Did
I've
again,
always said that Donkey Tiny is my preferred 2 Kong start. I've always said that. It's always been my pick. Donkey because he's fast, and Tiny because she can jump high and you can do fun skips with Tiny.
All right, we are going back
now,
to
I'm
Castle.
curious.
Oh, no, we're checking this.
Now, I am curious. We do not have a key 2 hint yet. Oh, no, we have key 2. That's why I'm stupid. I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, oh, we don't have a key 2 hint. I'm like, oh, wait, they have key 2. All right, that was my first one. I was thinking about key 1. I'm looking at the key 1 thing. Like, do we have a hint for key 1? Apparently, Coconut Shooter was path to key 1. I don't think we've brought that up yet.
Yeah, we don't think we brought that up, and like our next, like we need to get keys 1 or 4, and yeah. 4 is locked by the fairy camera somewhere, and we don't think we have any kind of idea where that is. Well, I guess we have a little bit of idea, right? So fairy camera locks key 4, Creme Isle locks key 4, maybe something like the fairy at the very top of Creme Isle is my guess, but we don't have access to that. So if you think even further here, Japes Forest Lobbies is only path to key 4, so whatever's on top of Creme Isle is probably going to get you something in the Japes to Forest Lobbies. Meanwhile, we only know the coconut to key 1, and that's it. So like that's kind of where we're at right now in terms of level advancement.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be our next big thing is do we kind of stumble our way into key 1, or do we piece together what this fairy camera, fairy camera, Japes Forest Lobbies, Creme Isle. And I don't think we know what the, oh man, Eternal's doing the think dance. Eternal's doing the think dance. Okay. Where are we going? What do we want to do? I still don't know if we have the info as to what the move is to get to the top yet. So
I don't think either of them. Someone peeked it. I think it was Sowser peeked it very, very briefly. It wasn't.
Eternal just it's monkey port. Okay.
So people were hoping for a tiny free seed. People not named Nintendo's area anyway. Not going to happen today. We do need tiny.
Wow, I want the records to show that I did not say that. I just want the records to state that I was not the one that said that. Just so we're clear.
All right, man. Whatever you say.
We are having some route divergence here. So again, Tudos laid it out pretty well. We are kind of in a mode where we need to find one of these 2 keys that we're missing, 1 or 4. Sowser electing to go back into factory, which I think is a good call. Honestly, I think both of these decisions by both of our runners are equally valid. I think both of these levels have a lot of checks in them that you probably haven't done yet. Things that you can peek, even if you can't necessarily do them yet. 2 pearls. Get owned, Aussie Spike. But yeah, I don't know. Tudos, what out of these 2 levels, kind of have what we have access to? What's kind of calling your name. Neither of us know where any of this stuff is. What would you be doing in this situation? Would you be dipping back to Galleon Factory, maybe go back to Castle? It's been a while since either of these runners have been back to Castle.
Yeah, just any of the levels that you haven't been to in a while. Castle definitely rings a bell. Like, obviously, we don't have logical access to key 3, but we can get to key 3. Obviously, that's not a key that you really can do anything with, but it is available in case you want to hedge on the fact that that may not be key 3.
That would actually be fascinating if it wasn't, because then that would just mean that, yeah, if it's key 1 sitting over there, that would actually be pretty wild. And then like all of these other key 3 hints are just like because I'm trying to think. So barrels was locked behind it was just in the shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it was basically free.
Right. And did we get an Aztec shops for key 3 hints? I don't think we did we? We might have.
No, we got a Caves Igloos key. No, Aztec Shops is key 3.
Yeah.
So no, it has to be key 3.
I think it has to be key 3 at that point. Yeah.
Or not has to, but like it's like extremely unlikely that it isn't key 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, congrats, Sowser defeated the production room platforms. Don't make me play the sound again. I'll do it. Sowser, I'll do it. Okay. All right. I was gonna say, don't make me play the sound again. Let's see. We have some lanky 2-door here. We'll get to peek what's on the tiny side of this.
We are going back into Castle. This is what I kind of suspected here. You have more Kongs than you did before, so like this makes sense that you're coming back in here.
Yep. Logically, let's see. Banana Metal wise, we do not have access to, I think, any of them other than donkeys. We don't have access to enough for Diddy. We're either going to need another slam or rocket barrel for that. Lanky, we're going to need a slam. Chunky, we're probably going to need punch plus pineapple, some other combination, maybe even a slam again as well. So, and we know bosses are dead. For anybody coming in here late, we got a hint very early on that Troffenskoff was dead. So it's not a boss. Neither of our runners are going to be checking a boss door. So we got to kind of rack our brains as far as to where this stuff might be.
Runners love it. Viewers hate it.
The classic, right? It's kind of a... Ooh, I'm actually curious. So I don't know if Sowser went into... Did Sowser go into Donkey 5-door ship? I wonder if he did. Because I don't remember seeing him inside of the ship. I was like, we know there's a potion in there.
I'm curious to see if he goes into the tree.
Oh, that's another... Yeah, that's actually a really good thought there.
I think it's unlikely for reference because at this point, Boom Blast only unlocks 3 Kongs. But like, if you're really struggling, that could be something you could do.
Mm-hmm. The tree is definitely an area that people often forget about. Let's see, what else could we be dealing with here for this key? I mean, honestly, the key 1 hint only being locked behind Coconut Gun so far is kind of the thing I think is tripping up both of our runners.
Yeah.
Is they both know where key 3 is. Key 4 is probably not accessible to them yet, so I don't think either of them is going to worry about that. And Forest we don't have access to yet. So Forest is either key 1 locked or key 4 locked, and Forest apparently has a lot of good stuff in it. So we want to get there. Both of our runners. Oh, we might have another high 5 scenario here.
Nope, he just left.
Oh, he just left. Okay. I was like, oh, we're gonna have another. Oh, we have a tree.
Again, I think this is unlikely, but if you're really digging deep, I don't disagree.
if nothing else, I think this has the potential to get you a check, especially because it's gonna overlap on the Coconut and Baboon Blast Kong hint. I do think there is a chance that you could get something out of here on the Donkey side that is going to potentially lock Tiny.
Definitely not
you
impossible.
Yeah, I do think you have a chance of that happening. Let's see what this fairy is. We do not have Sniper, so this check is not doable. What is that? Gonna have to move over here. Getting an angle on this fairy is obnoxious.
Is this a potion?
That's a potion. That's definitely a potion. I can't tell what color it is. Eternal knows it's a potion. He's like, oh my God, please just give me a good angle on this photo. It was stuck in the wall. And then he couldn't take a picture of it.
It was stuck in the wall. This is why Sniper is required logically, because if you get too far away, it despawns.
This fairy is so mean, dude. Every time Sowser tries to reposition, he pulls the camera. Oh, not Eternal. Every time Eternal pulls the camera back out, the fairy's stuck, and then the second he moves to take a photo, it moves.
It's
saxophone.
I don't think it's gonna do him any good though.
Yeah, that's not gonna do him any good. Oh, that's so weird. Oh man, I don't think that. You have to assume that that's a dead end, right? Like you got to assume saxophone's not going to get you much right now.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Now, hear me out, Tudos. We could have a DK arcade situation.
That is true. However, that's still B-Blast. But like again, if it's just to get Tiny Kong, you really got to dig deep at this point. Yeah,
We've seen.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see it.
Oh, wait a minute. Have either of them gone back and bought that chunky move that we saw? I think it was in caves.
There's a Galleon chunky move that's locked by Cranky.
That's it. Okay, it's locked by Cranky. That's right. I was like, wait a minute. I remembered. But it's Cranky locked. That's what I forgot. Eternal electing to not open up the, or at least not going over to DK Arcade just yet. We know this check is nothing. We saw Sowser do it earlier. We also know the Diddy medal is nothing. I believe the Diddy medal is actually just a Diddy blueprint, if I remember correctly. It's definitely one of those seeds where you start to see that GB count creep up and you're like, I haven't found anything. I haven't found anything good in a while. It's starting to get a little scary.
I want to see them check DK Arcade, man.
He opened it. I mean, did they start the seed with grab? They did. They started the seed with grab. Blast was effectively free in a shop. I don't know, man. I mean, like you said, it's very low odds, but the idea that you could potentially be in a situation where, you know, you do that check, you get Pineapple off of it. Pineapple lets you get, or maybe you could also get Triangle off of it, technically. Well, no, that wouldn't make any sense because then that would also make it on the path to Key 8, so it can't be Triangle. But you could get something like Pineapple.
Pineapple, yeah.
Yeah. Another rainbow coin. They have 5 rainbow coins. Holy crap. Dude, Eternal's rich.
Overflowing with the money, dude.
Yeah.
Oh! Owned.
That guy, I swear, that Kasha has insane, like, insane range on the bat, dude. He's looking like Aaron Judge. Let's see, what is Sowser doing? This might be a chunky metal in Galleon play here? Because he can't do chunky. Yeah.
Yep, just grab the bunches and leaving.
Yeah, and then now what? You just got to go over, swim underneath the water here. I don't know if he got the ones in the shipyard area. I would assume he did. If not, then those are just you know, you swim down to the bottom. So yeah, and barrels is only past to key 3, right? Yeah, so Tiny, like the only spot Tiny can be is Tiny. Tiny could technically be on the helm, but there's no shot. It can't be. She can't be there. She has to be on the pineapple cage. So, yo, purr up. Ooh, 4-way. Tragic. Man, that stinks. That's my one comment.
Oh my God! It's on Chunky Galleon Metal.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Okay,
What
hold on.
the heck?
Hold on. Okay, so how does Coconut lead us there? How does Coconut force mills for 4? How does Coconut get us that? It has to be on the path to,
It's
the only thing
Coconut
you
Open
need for the
Lighthouse.
Coconut is-
It's Coconut
Chunky-
Open
yeah.
Lighthouse. That's it.
Coconut, yeah, it's just Coconut to Open Lighthouse, so you can swim underwater.
Oh, and Forest Diddy Metal Way of the Horde. A lot of things to do in Forest.
I'm glad I got my comment out of the way when he had 46. Whoo! Anyway, oh yeah, there's Alta too. Don't worry, Alta, it's fine. Don't worry. You can close the stream now. Don't worry. It's fine. I'm not gonna say anything. Don't you worry, Alta. No big deal.
Alta's big brain plan to plot out Season 5's Colored Man account. There's Pineapple.
Wow. So oh my God. So it all is hinging on doing that Chunky Galleon medal. Oh man. Yeah.
Tiny.
Depending that medal is gonna crush some people. Yeah.
Eternal's doing it right now because like Eternal, like that's a scraping the bottom of the barrel check.
Yeah. That is absolutely, yeah, I agree. Yep. That is pretty rough. Yeah, I wonder man, because I'm trying to think. So when they nice. Hilarious, dude. Man, okay, so now we have a lot of things in this level that we have to cross off the list.
Yeah, we have multiple Kasplats behind the barn, inside the giant mushroom. We also Force Diddy Metal is Way of the Horde. Force Mills is path to key 4. A lot of things we can do here.
Now, I will say we have some overlap on Mills and Fairy camera. You could potentially have a situation where the Fairy inside Diddy Rafters is your key 4, meaning all of these other key 4 hints are just pointing you towards Spring and Guitar. So that could potentially be an angle that we do. Now, I would imagine, I'm assuming both of our runners are, you know, comfortable enough with doing Diddy Rap. Maybe they aren't, I don't know, but I know there are a number of strats that you can employ to do Diddy Rafters without both of those items. So we'll see if either of them elect to go for it. That's what I would be thinking. That's where my head would be.
Oh, when I'm playing a randomizer, I don't think so. I'm glad you can provide your perspective because I couldn't.
Oh, the key one, it's so toxic. He's not leaving. Oh, you know what? Honestly, yeah, just clean up the Diddy one. You're right here. Just grab it. Yeah. I don't blame them at all. There you go. Yeah, just get another GD out of
Spring
it.
is Way of the Horde. Why is it Way of the Horde?
I knew it. I'm like, it's gonna be the Fairy in Diddy Rafters. I'm like, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, so now it's how comfortable are you doing this check without guitar? That's basically because that's got to be what it is. It has to be what it is. So it just comes. Oh God, and that is not an easy thing to do. Especially like when you know you're in a race and you know that there's other people like also thinking about doing this. I feel like you have to go for it. I feel like you almost have to go for it.
It almost looks like he's running straight there.
Yep.
So,
We'll see.
A lot of people don't know you can do this shot, but you can do this shot.
This shot rules. This is so cool that you could do this. You can do it without sniper. It's great. The balloon is like just loaded in enough that you can get it.
This is actually a strat used in the 101 speedrun, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Hey, there we go.
Nice. I just assume the 101 is just moon kicking to everything. So nice call.
Oh, it's yeah, I recommend watching it. It's great. And there's Rocket Barrel.
Yep. Okay, cool. Diddy mode is ready to go. All right, here we go. This is like advanced, like we're talking advanced level stuff from Sowser. This is one of the most difficult strats in the game.
There is
Land
a
on the
setup
platform
to it,
right
as you
in
can
front
kind of
of
see.
Yep. You use the light coming from the entrance to land on that pillar, and then you can also jump across there. I've always used the strat I've always done for this is I shoot the peanut guns as I move forward to kind of line myself up, and then I usually make the jump with I'll swap to DK and kick jump over.
And there's key 4.
Yep, there it is. God, it's almost like I knew where it was going to be. See, LaRock thinks I'm so stupid, and I've called out 2 things correct. God, this guy's getting owned in the chat. Kuiper's a genius. I'm also not nearly as good as these players. So. But where's key 2? They have it.
You aren't nearly as good, Mr. Tied for 5th place in season 2.
Listen, man, season 2 was an eternity ago, okay?
It basically was.
Weren't we both? We were tied for.
We were the 2 tied for 5th place.
Yeah. That's why we're here and they're playing.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Why don't we have a key to it?
Oh God! You all are just gonna fixate on the one thing I got wrong. You people are unbelievable. This is great. I'm having a great time.
What's unbelievable is that this Splat's gonna have something.
It is. It's gonna have a.
All right, we need that for key 8. It's triangle.
Okay, cool. Beanstalk dirt. We knew we kind of pieced that together. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so just as a quick overview, we are still missing, from our perspective, we are missing Monkey Port to get into Helm, we are missing Primate Punch, we are missing Hunky Chunky, and we are missing keys 3 and 7. So that's what we're missing at the moment. We only have this Coconut is Path to Key 7 hint, and that's it. We don't know what's on Factory Candy Tiny yet. Presumably that's Primate Punch. I don't think we have any other like leads yet besides key 3. Of course, we know where that is.
Right. We do have the lead on a as far as like the chunky phase things go. We know that Creme Isle is path along with this key 4. So the key 4 for that and chunky. Okay, so the only thing we're missing for that key 4 to be logically accessible is guitar. So maybe you start thinking about, okay, well, there's a chance that I can't even get what that hint is talking about, because there's a chance it might just be pointing at guitar. So little bit of a scary situation there. We do have, like you said, that coconut gun hint, which is on the path to everything. So a little obnoxious, but also this strat is another very difficult one. And Sowser just tried it once and then bailed on it. Yo, Roof Dirt? Shout to Spike Vegeta, who named that check Roof Dirt.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Why don't we just call it like the Spike SSBU Australian Dirt Special? I think that would have been a lot cooler, personally.
Oh yeah, it just rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah. Ooh, only 31. We could get the Monkey Port hit right now if we wanted to. Hillside key 7. Well, there's our key 7.
We could. Japes Hillside key 7. Perfect.
So, like,
This will be.
This is probably just going to be a cage that requires Ramby to get, so that seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yep. What is okay? That just looks like a GB there.
Oh, it's slam locked if that's the case. Yeah, that's a good call out.
Oh, it is slam locked. Oh, great. That's hilarious. Good old Simeon slam logic. I won't lie, that little pit right there over those vines, the first like month that I played this rando, way back, like, I don't know, what was it, like 20 years ago? I thought that pit hurt you. I thought they were like the same things as like the thorns in forest. So I tried super hard to not land in that pit and take damage. And then one time I missed the vines and just like landed in there and was like, oh, this doesn't hurt you.
It's Beaver Bother time. Oh, he's doing it. Let's go.
Yo, let's go. All right.
He's
got to try it at
let's
least
go.
once. He's got to try it at least once.
DPI change on Eternal Stream. Let's go.
Let's go. It's Beaver Bother. Oh my god. It's the easy variant. I feel like you just commit. I feel like you do it.
Beaver Bother, just as a reminder, it has been patched for DK64 Randomizer.com. The beavers no longer get super stuck on the hole. They only get kind of stuck on the hole. A very huge improvement.
I love the description. Yeah, I love that description. Is like, oh, beavers were fixed in the rando. Oh, how were they fixed? Oh, they only sometimes get stuck. Versus all the time. No nice crown. We've seen a lot of crowns. That bothers me. I don't like seeing a lot of crowns.
Maybe the seed thinks it's Sensac.
Maybe. Possibly. Let's check this Diddy cage. And is there a hint in here? Yes, there is. Okay, cool.
All right, what was that? Castle or Forest has slam? That's a very good hint to get there.
Okay. Yeah, very, very good spot for that hint because it's pretty much guaranteed. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty certain that we're going to need one of those slams to get this key 7. So
just as a quick thing to point out, Eternal is staying in here longer and has not found slam. That's just something to take note of.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Might be a bad spot for it. Oh, did he find slam? No, he did. He does have it. He does have slam.
Oh, where was it?
Oh, we missed that. Forest seed. It was on a forest medal.
Diddy medal. Okay. Wait,
no.
Rocket Barrel. That was Rocket Barrel.
Forest DK medal.
Oh, DK medal. Okay.
So we have an unhinted Forest DK medal for a potentially required slam.
That is
rude. Sowser. That is unfortunate. Yo, this thing is even called Chunky Thwack, dude. Ooh, the mushroom. Being a jerk. Okay. Eternal, you have the check. Oh, okay. I was like, what is he doing?
It's gonna be interesting to see where we end up, or Sowser ends up deciding to go to look for the slab. I almost think he's gonna go into Castle because he's cleared so much of it already.
Yeah.
So even though he seems ahead right now, like that slam is going to be crucial to see how this race turns out.
Yeah.
$1 bomb.
Now I'm pretty sure Eternal is I'm pretty sure Eternal has the same info about where this key 4 probably is. At least I think he does. I'm pretty sure he's read the hints. He is making it daytime, which is not what you want to do if you want to get key 4. Maybe he's just like confirming that it's gonna be. Nope, he's gonna. Ooh, that might be. Ooh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he had access to all the info about where key 4 probably was. Yeah, we know where Tiny is. He's gonna get Tiny. Now there is a chance that he goes over to Japes and ends up getting this key 7 before Sowser does. So that would be good.
Well, ruling out Castle Color Bananas is actually pretty decent for Sowser.
Actually, yeah, that because Sowser still doesn't know where those 2 slams are, so now he just doesn't have to worry at all. Back into Factory for Eternal. 50 GBs. With blueprints, Sowser sitting at 58. One last hint here. I don't think there was anything in the stump. It didn't look like there is.
All right, we're finally getting this. Is this punch? Ooh, it's monkey port.
Okay, so we don't have a forest or factory shops hint. So as it stands right now, that is only path to key 8, and that's it. However, that is going to get us. Oh, that might be the Creme Isle angle that pushes. That's going to end up pushing Eternal back into Forest, maybe, to get key 4. Nice drop down there. Is it here?
James Chunky metal forward. Primate punch.
Nice spot to get the Japes Chunky metal hit in front of these 3 balloons. That's pretty sick.
Oh, and another potion. Ponytail twirl. What?
Oh God. That honestly, that just made Eternal's situation worse for that key 4 hint, because that's Creme Isle key 4, and you just got punch and you got ponytail twirl. That is no way. Oh my God.
There's guitar.
And Cranky. Oh my God.
What the double? What in the world?
Guitar and Cranky back to back. Okay, I have no idea who has the better setup now. This is crazy.
He's going back in now. And there's Hunky Chunky.
I guess like, okay, it's Mills, right? You know Mills is something. Oh, it's Hunky Chunky. Okay, that's good. That's confirmed complete logical access to key 3, which is nice. So
it looks like Sowser's gonna be following Eternal's path here for a little bit, because we're gonna get monkey port and go straight into getting the couple things that we just got on Eternal's side just now.
Now I wonder if Sowser is gonna take this punch. We know it's probably not required, but I wonder if he's going to take this punch and go see what that vial is locked behind the gate. Because we don't know what that is.
But I don't think we care, though, do we?
No, we are pretty certain it's just, what's it? Strong Kong, right? So, yeah, it's almost certainly Strong Kong, but you never know. Also, I will say, Eternal just made up a lot of time on this check having that PTT. That was a lot of time that it just saved because he got to PTT over to the key and not do the Diddy strat. So huge play there by Eternal to get that PTT.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. PTT doesn't matter really. But yeah,
I hope it doesn't.
Oh, we're going into Forest.
Oh, I hope it doesn't.
All right, so this is gonna be close, because if Sowser gets slam, I think that puts him in basically no mode.
Pretty much, yeah. The slam is the key here. He needs to get this slam off the DK medal.
He has 46 bananas for DK. Dang.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, he does. Oh man, you know, if there was never mind. Anyway, he's bound to get it. Like there's got to be something, one of these paths that he hasn't went down yet.
I think he has to climb the mushroom for warp 5 to get it.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a side quest, I guess. I don't know if he shot the balloon behind the Diddy barn. Maybe that's where he's going next.
Could also get it if he makes it daytime, goes inside the front of the mill, maybe. Yeah, you can rocket barrel up to the top. For sure.
Right, going for a swim
41.
for that infamous forest tiny metal.
Oh, it's gonna be the last one he does. It's gonna be the classic, man. You're like, all right, forest metal, sick. Whatever one has the move it's gonna be the last one I do. Yep, not tinies. Okay, now we're going into Japes. Okay, so Japes is gonna be interesting because this is gonna mean that Eternal is probably gonna get this key 7 like in one trip and also get a bunch of GBs and catch up to that because I think Sowser's got 52.
You could have gotten DK's medal right there.
Oh no, Sowser!
That sucks.
Oh, Sowser, no!
Please just rocket.
He's got to get it here.
Up there, yeah.
He's guaranteed to get it here. There's no shot he's not going to get it here. He's got to get it here. Also, I approve of. I have Eternal's volume up. I approve of his Japes song. It's the Jungle Adventure from Mario Party 1. This used to be my Japes song for a long time. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, he's gonna fly all the way to the top.
Well, as long as he gets the warp 5 bunches, he'll get it eventually, right?
I think he already touched it. It looked like it was lit up.
Oh, we'll find
I think
out.
he might have already touched 5 warp. Oh, this feels so bad. What's your current Japes song, Kuiper? Sing it for us. I don't think I could do that.
Must be
not
this safe for restream, you know?
I mean, you know, maybe, you know. Oh, this just... Oh, Sowser, it feels so bad. Because, like, definitively, like, Sowser did have the lead. Like, I don't think it's... You know, he's... Unfortunately, I mean, all of these checks are things that, you know, Eternal has done. I don't think these are, like, bad things to be checking in the meantime, but because we know that it's on the donkey medal, it's just, oh, no. It's so rough. Sowser's got this, though. Oh, one too many in the bottom right. Fun fact, I once did this puzzle and made a donkey face and then was, like, confused as to why I didn't get the item. That happened once. It was great.
Oh, I hope he gets that. I hope he gets the medal.
Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna have to drop down onto the lower platform that has the donkey bananas on it. Oh, he's bailing. Oh, wow. Okay, that was... It looked like he started to do it. Oh, wait. Oh, Sowser. Oh, I thought he was going to leave the level. Oh, yeah, there is some indecision happening right now. Land on the bottom level. Oh, no.
All right, what are we doing in here?
Oh, we're dumping some blueprints. That's funny. What are we doing in here?
Oh, he's gonna get the medal here, right? Wait, no, he can't.
He can't. He doesn't have grape. Trying to see what would be his. Be 54, 60. Okay, so Sowser is at 60 blueprints with or 60 GBs with a blueprint dump. So
there it is, the medal. There it is.
Oh, he didn't touch it. Okay. Oh man. Get out of there. Leave. Leave.
Step on the jets.
So wait, do we know? We have not seen this key 7 yet on Eternal side. On the hillside. Have we not seen it?
We need Slam regardless.
Yeah, but he went, it wasn't in the open cage. It wasn't in Lanky's cage. Did anybody, was it in the cage? Which cage was it? It was Diddy's cage? Okay. Yeah, that's Diddy's cage. Yeah. And then what do we got here? We got Eternals at 62 with a blueprint dump. Okay. Wow, they are like, they are right next to each other. Holy moly. Race. Oh, but Sowser had already broken he had already broken these when he went in the first time. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is Eternal gonna bail? Okay. I would bail right there. Honestly, being this close, I would just bail on the Diddy cage. You know it's there. You need one more GB. Okay, yeah, that. Because I'm trying to think, what else does Eternal need? Oh, he still needs Hunky. Okay, so Eternal is still looking for Hunky. Yeah.
But that's hinted, so that's fine.
He's about to read the hint right here. Oh, he's gonna get it without the hint. Oh, and then he's gonna read the hint. No!
That's a classic.
Yo, let's go. Let's go. Oh, dude, that's so great. I'm so glad he shot the balloons before reading the hint. That's awesome. That's
super
super
sick. Did he have a vocal reaction to that?
Nothing. Not a word. Just
Dang.
He just stopped and crouched.
Well, we had a reaction.
That was great. That was so good. Fantastic. I'm a fan.
All right, so Sowser is in go mode, basically. Once he turns in his blueprints and grabs key 3.
Mm-hmm. They're both in go mode. Technically.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both absolutely in go mode. Trying to think, were there any? Okay, so 61. Okay, so all Eternal needs to do is dump the Lanky blueprints and get this key. Oh my, I think Eternal might be in the lead because Sowser's gonna have to sit through 3 cutscenes to dump these blueprints. He doesn't even have enough, does he?
It's 62
he doesn't
right now with blueprints.
Yeah, he needs 2 more. I think Eternal's actually in the lead. Despite getting to Cave second. Wow, that's incredible.
Might get a freebie right here. Nope.
Yeah, you know what is actually coming into play here? It's the cranky in the lobby, because he was able to buy things from Cranky. Oh no. He was able to like dip the Cranky shops that he went by and buy blueprints and GBs.
Well, here's the thing though, like because of the way Helm is set up now, you could get your missing GBs in Helm now.
That's true, and I think that's what Sowser's banking on. All right, let's see. How long is this gonna take? Because I assume Sowser's gonna dump all of these. Yeah, welcome to Booster's Tower, by the way. Is playing on Eternal side. Oh my God!
DK64 on Sowser's side.
They're gonna be They're going to be like tied. They're like basically tied.
Are we sure? I guess we'll find out.
It's really close. It's really close.
So you only have to do one dump if you're Eternal.
Right, you don't have to pick up a single thing in Helm. Oh, yeah, he's 1 GB short. So he's gonna have to either get one of the ones inside of Helm, or he's gonna have to stop and see. I don't think he's probably gonna check the saxophone pad at the top because he didn't, to see if this is a GB. Oh no, he's not. Okay, he's just gonna keep going. Okay. No, honestly, I think in the position that Eternal was in, I agree with taking the gamble. I agree with just go. You have enough exactly, just go. All right, what do we got here? We got a fairy. Oh no. Because for the record, these are the only 2 instruments that Sowser has.
Yep.
So Sowser cannot open another. The only other check that Sowser can do in here is the battle crown.
No, he can take a picture behind. He can take a picture of the fairies from the window.
That's true. That's also true. Yes.
However,
That is a master.
There still could be a disaster though.
Yeah, like I didn't realize like only having the 2 instruments, this could be a disaster for Sowser. Oh no, I'm hoping that there's a GB in here. That would be so sad. Yeah, that's the only other check we can do, Sir Tuck. You just gotta hope there's a GB in here.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's got it. Okay, we got a GB in here. Saved. Yeah, I was gonna say you really don't want to do the arena.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You can do the cutscene skip and still get the GB, right? It won't be locked behind the glass anymore.
I believe it is. There's 2 frames where you can play the instrument. One of the frames where it works, you can get the golden banana. The other frame where it works, you cannot get the golden banana.
Oh.
In which case, you have to leave Helm and come back. Which I don't think Sowser would do. He would probably rather see if the fairies behind the window have it. Yeah,
so it's either hit a frame perfect input or check the fairies.
Well, he missed it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. But now he's got to watch the cutscene. Now he has to watch this cutscene. And Eternal doesn't.
Eternal hit it.
If he hit it. Oh my God. Oh my God. They're tied. They're literally tied. They're literally tied. Oh my God.
My goodness.
Oh my God. They're tied.
You know, the crazy thing is, like, it's possible this could knock someone down to a lower bracket because it's Blitz.
Oh my God.
This could knock someone down to a lower bracket.
Literally just an execution race. That's all it is.
Both of them had like a little bit of a time loss in the game, so it's definitely possible one of them gets knocked down to the lower bracket.
Yep. All right, Eternal gets the cutscene first.
It's three seconds difference.
Up just about, yep, just about a 3. Their timers on their streams were pretty synced up, but holy cow, dude.
I'm gonna refresh the stream here quick.
No. Yeah, this Diddy phase is going to be huge. This is like the only other like skill portion left in the entire seed. Chunky and Donkey are basically auto-scrollers.
All right, so I know it's not synced on Restream, but according to my timers, Eternal is 1 second ahead.
Oh my God, that's crazy. We'll see what happens in the race time. Really good. Oh yeah, really good Diddy phase by Eternal there. So Eternal definitely in the lead now. Oh, he's got to get that last one. Okay. Oh, it is so close.
Yeah, I know Sowser's ahead, but Eternal's timer is a little bit further behind. So I have Eternal at 2 seconds ahead right now. I'm gonna try to refresh this one more time, get him a little bit more synced up.
Yeah. Okay. So when the 3 flashed on the screen for the count on Eternal, the 1 was on the screen for Sowser on my end. So, and their timers are like pretty synced up. Well, no, I think Sowser's timer's a little bit farther ahead. This is gonna be.
I have him synced. I have him synced now.
Okay. This is literally gonna come down to like less than 2 or 3 seconds. This is so good. This is so good.
So if Eternal messes up one time, even if it's minor, he's losing. He doesn't know it yet.
For sure. All right, yeah, he's a hit. Oh man, this is.
Like
Also,
if you can mess up a couple seconds just doing like a minor thing in chunky phase.
Yeah, if he takes a path where he knocks you off, if he like knocks you out of the barrel, like so many things can happen in chunky phase. He can give you a bad pattern, so you have to go around him.
Ooh, Sowser messed up a little bit there. He lost some time.
Okay, don't knock us out of the barrel. Cool. First hit in the bag for Eternal. Don't get punched. Okay. I don't want to jinx him. Also, yeah, blank you from K. Rule.
Eternal gets
okay,
hit.
at least he hit him towards the switch. Okay. It's hit number 2.
Okay. Still about 2 seconds difference.
This is
sick.
Intention. It's for this being the qual, this is so good.
All right, Eternal does not
All
make
right,
a mistake. He does a backflip. And time, that's a 1:34:23-ish.
Race time had him at 1:34:24.
Okay, so race time has an official 5-second difference.
5-second. We just had a 2-second difference. Oh my god. Have you had the race room up? Can you scroll up? There have been some interesting things happening. I won't spoil anything, but there's been some interesting things happening in the race room.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
I don't even know what to say right now.
That was very, very impressive. I don't think it's like wrong to say that Eternal was trailing for the majority of that, but going to the early Japes push, having the slam initially, and then I think really getting the cranky out of the box so that he could go back on that like cleanup phase to get more blueprints and GBs to catch up. I think that was huge.
All right, let's bring him in here.
Yep.
All right,
hi.
Mornin and
Hello.
GG's.
GG's.
There was another 2-second difference finish. What is going on? That's the third one.
Okay, yeah. So there have been so you guys had a 5-second difference between the two of you. Unfortunately, there were 2 other there were 4 other finishes that were shorter than that because we had one person finish. I won't spoil who it was. But we had one finisher 3 seconds apart from another one, and then 2 more finishers 2 seconds apart. So absolutely insane seed. Eternal, Sowser, whoever Sowser, you can go first. Just your thoughts on how this seed went and how you did before before Twitter and I give you the commentary.
Coconut to 1 was tough. Really tough. That was big thing scumming up the seed. Kicking myself a little bit I went to Aztec for Lanky Metal. thinking, oh, Coconut locking the bananas in Llama Temple. But we had Feather, and Tiny would have been assumed for Llama Temple access. So I don't think that could have possibly been it. And then I wish I had gotten Slam for Strip to Forest, but I somehow misrouted the Donkey Medal, even though I was trying to. I think I missed 4 on the Mush outside without realizing it. I don't know what I did there. Because I did mean to route it. Other than that, I think I did okay. I think I did okay.
Eternal, how about you?
Yeah, that key one stumped me for a little bit. I knew I was chasing Coconut, and I had routed the Aztec medals when I went there, my only visit. And I did some, now that I realize it, looking back at my hints, I did some dumb stuff on the way, like do tree sniping, missing the ferry like 10 times, doing other miscellaneous things just to keep myself busy until I can figure out where that key 1 was. And I'm like, oh, lighthouse accessible, locked by Coconut, maybe it's a galleon medal. So that took a bit. Otherwise, I think it went okay. That chunky medal in Japes, I found it right before I got the hint for it being wrong.
Me and Tudos laughed very hard.
I paused.
It was very
I
funny.
paused after I looked back at the hint door. I'm like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That was
I
really
saw the
good.
hint and said, oh, okay, and then just immediately whipped out pineapple.
That was the best part, is you guys did it opposite. So Sowser read the door first and then shot the balloons and got it. You shot the balloons, got it, and then read the hint. You guys literally did it in opposite order, which was so fun to watch.
That's hilarious.
So Sowser, I want to ask you, okay, so when you were in Forest, you entered and exited the battle arena like 4 times.
Yeah.
I want to know what was happening there. Was there
Right there, that's why I lost.
What's that?
That's why I lost.
Hey, I have many reasons why I lost. I can tell you something.
I was trying to roll, and then I was panicking, and then I exited, and then I tried to roll again, and then I panicked more, and then I considered exiting to Isles out of just embarrassment, and then it's like, no, pull it together. Yeah.
And also, yeah, we were Tudos and I were thinking like, okay, like he's got the donkey medal. He's like 4 away. Surely he's gonna get it when he walks into the mill. And then you walked into the mill and you checked like the check in there, and you were like, I'm gonna leave. And then you left, and we were like, no, get the bananas in there, no.
That would have been nice.
But yeah, the race really came so. And this is where I guess I'll pivot it over to Eternal. So Sowser, you don't have Cranky. Eternal does. Would you like to know where he is?
No way you missed him.
Take a guess here. Hold on.
No way you missed him.
He missed him.
How?
I missed him, and it was obvious, huh?
Think of a requirement needed for key 4.
Where he was?
Well, I got Punch. Oh, is he
You
like
did?
factory lobby?
Yes.
Yeah, the ferry.
I mean, I didn't need him by that point.
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting. So Eternal, I guess I'll pivot over to you. Like, it's for me, because obviously we're trying to pay attention to both of you, and we're keeping track of like the hints and the logic and stuff like that. You getting Cranky, did you end up going and buying stuff out of Cranky Shop? Because you were at that moment, you were at like a 12, 14 GB deficit. So I don't know exactly if you ended up even using Cranky a lot. You did get the PTT out of the Isle shop, which let you do the Diddy rafter check like super quick. So
PTT was from Creme Isle Sax Pad.
Oh, that's it. It was the sax pad. That's it. My bad. I forgot.
Sax from my adventures chasing Blast and Coconut.
That's
which was,
it. Yes, that's it.
In hindsight, it wasn't the best plan, but I used Cranky for like catching up in GPs. I saw him. I'm like, do I really need him? I knew it was Rafters for key 4, but I'm like, I was so far behind in GBs at that point. I needed the shops. Like I was full clearing everything I could.
Yeah. Apparently, Cam also didn't know where Cranky was. Cam just wrote in the
How
recent
you guys
chat.
miss him?
I mean, I got punched pretty late, and it would have,
Yeah.
I don't know, it would kind of been a waste of time to even like go get GBs for me because I was pretty good on GBs. I thought.
Yeah, you were. It honestly makes sense how both of you handled it. Like Sowser, like legitimately, I don't think cranky, and Eternal, you definitely did. So it's almost kind of like cool that both of you could route that either way. Like, oh yeah, like Sowser can just pick up more GBs along the way, and then you ended up. I will say one more thing I didn't know. So I selfishly was like, oh, I get to watch like all the good players do like cool strats now because I'm on comms, right? I've never seen that strat inside the donkey cabin where you backflip up to get the vial without doing the minigame.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, Sowser, you got it. Eternal, you went for it a little bit and then ultimately ended up bailing on it. Do you guys know like how many cracks you actually have at that trick before it's just like you start losing time? Do either of you know?
You can actually fail it like a surprising number of times, and it's still efficient to do it that way. It's just so much quicker.
Oh, yeah, you could fail like 10, 12 times, but I'm used to the tiny lanky version, and I didn't have either. I didn't have
I'm
tiny.
the opposite. I'm used to the Diddy DK version, so.
Oh, there's versions to it? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, there's two versions of it. Yeah.
Wow. Tudos, you got anything you want to bring up or ask them?
Well, I know fellow cop hater Mumbo is going to bring this up, but I just want to point out that Sowser wasted at least 5 seconds waiting for the cop in factory while Eternal just ran by him immediately. So
I heard
that's all I'm gonna say.
I couldn't run by him.
I lucked out.
He was facing the wrong direction for me. It was a bad cycle. Now I'm on
You know,
Mumbo's side,
Sowser-
actually. It's official.
Honestly, yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't know
Sowser,
what the problem was.
Blame that cop. Blame that cop on your the 5 seconds that you had to stand there and wait, and the cop just like Eternal, like the doors opened for Eternal, and the cop just like turned his flashlight off and was like, "You can go."
Okay, did we not see me miss like the ledge in rafters of my first visit in Force like 10 times with Diddy Lanky?
Listen, we're focusing on the cool stuff you guys did. Okay, we're not worried about. I didn't see it. I don't know. Tudos might have seen it. I didn't see it. I wasn't even gonna bring it up. So
What did I see?
Cam also. Were you? I don't know. Were you gonna bring it up? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, exactly.
Cam apparently also rolled by that cop first try. You guys are
Yeah,
cheaters.
you and I both, Cam. I don't know what the problem was.
Cheaters. Oh man, well GG, that was a incredibly close race. I think like it went back and forth for a while, and then when I tell you guys, you were literally tied. Like, so Sowser, you were gonna get the GB, like you were 1 GB short going into Helm. Eternal had all of them. He had all 64, right? You needed the GB in the chunky room, so like, okay, whatever, he's gonna get it in. When you picked that GB up, you guys, the first roll that you did as Donkey, both of you, was like almost completely synced. Like it was, you guys were literally holding hands all the way up to the top of Helm. If you guys go back and watch this, it is like incredible how synced up you guys were.
Wow, and then he just did better at K-Rool. Wow.
No, I lucked out in Diddy K-Rool. I got the fast light drops for some reason.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
I got it
can't even
twice
be
in a row.
mad.
I got it twice in a row. I like, okay, cool. That stun locked me the first time I got it. Like, okay, go for the last light.
That's
again.
really
Okay.
rare.
It was, yeah.
That was great. Tudos, you got anything else?
It looks like we have our top 16 for the Blitz Tournament. So let's go ahead and go over the list here. So, I would like to congratulate Eternal and Sowser for making the main bracket as long as you accept. You have gotten 6th place and 7th place, respectively.
Ooh. Almost close to facing off against each other again.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, good, close.
So here is our current, this is tentative because you need to accept. So first place is Charles with a 123. Second place is Connor with a 128. Third through 5th is Cam, Kilveris, and Violet with 129s. Eternal Sowser and Alpha all got 134s. Lil King also with a 134. Megapal and Spike got a 135. Mumbo and K-Man get a 138. Mima, Mamgar got 140s, and Barry got a 142. That is our top 16.
Yo, congrats.
Nice.
That's a stacked top 16. Holy crap.
I was expecting this qual to go more like the season 3.5 Blitz qual. I think Sowser can also remember how we got wrecked by that.
Oh, yeah.
Sent to the Shadow Realm beta bracket. That was horrible. I didn't expect it to be a jet, honestly.
Yeah.
But midway through, I'm like, oh, this is looking faster than I need it to be. Like, okay, let me get cranky. Let me speed it up a little bit.
Dang.
Right. Looks like
Yeah,
people
that is,
are confirming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the more confirmations we get, the bracket will be finals. But yeah, that is a stacked top 16. I mean, that is really, really good, and apparently a lot of really, really close times. I mean, the fact that we have, so we can reveal it now since we have the top 16. So Cam and Kilvaris, for the people that were watching, that did not have the race room open, Cam finished 3 seconds before Kilvaris did. With a 2:29.05 and a 2:29.08, and then of course we had the 5-second finish here, and then we had Alpha beating Little King by 2 seconds.
The funny thing is that retime's not going to matter because they're going to play each other anyway.
Let's go! No need for a retime. That's fantastic. It's always nice when the 8 and the 9 are the ones that finish close, because you're like, it's fine. It's no big deal. Yo, it's on site.
Want someone in the top 8 drop on purpose so that we have to do more work?
Oh, that's what I would do. If it was me and I knew you guys were going to have to do more stuff, I'd drop.
Kuiper, we're not good enough anymore. The times of being top 5 in this community is done for us.
We can't be tied for 5th anymore.
That's never happened.
We could be tied for like 20. We could be tied for like 25th.
No, hear me out. Let's be tied for 55th place in the main tournament. I'll see you there, buddy.
Okay, listen. I'm down for that.
Anything can happen in quals, you know. You can read a seed properly, and it's not a one and done like a blitz. It's I know how you guys are doing quals
I'm one and done. I'm one and done in the main tournament. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, well, GG's. A whole lot of people are gonna get sent to beta. It's over.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
Kuiper confirmed Chaos Run win.
Well, yeah, GG's everyone. Thank you for joining my restream today, Kuiper. Thanks for Eternal and Sowser for the very close race. Our volunteers today, Nintendo Sarah was the race mod as usual, and we have Stove, Moderation Dev, and Penny on the tracking. Be sure to visit DK64Randomizer.com if you are interested in playing DK64 Randomizer yourself, and feel free to join our Discord at discord.dk64Randomizer.com if you want to chat with the community. So that being said, we will go ahead and cut stream here. Thanks again for watching, and morning.
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 I'll send y'all over to Zelda Speedruns because they are streaming a MMR race. So go watch them. We're not going to raid a channel still in the race, so that makes most sense to me. So
I'm glad someone else feels that way. That's what I do. If I'm in a race with people, I'm like, I'm not going to raid them because they'll know I'm done.
Yeah. All right.
It's strategic.